Hello and whoa, a lot bigger than you. There we go. Hello and welcome to Sterling Armory Sword Talk. This is episode 57. This is currently September 21st, where we're recording this, and we're going to do things a little different this time. I'm trying to structure our Sword Talk podcast a little bit better, have a little bit more organized, and we're going to run through. Instead of just the topic of the day, we're actually going to walk through a number of different sections to our Sword Talk. And if I'm talking with a lisp, it's because I just got Invisalign, so I can hear it really bad on my side. Hopefully it's not coming through too bad. So before we go any further, let's jump into the intro. Wow, I brought everybody on at once. Okay, so that was
everything's going like planned.
Yeah. I'm not sure why it has this all squished up at the top, though. I'll have to fix that. I won't be able to fix that now. But so yeah, if you notice in the bottom left corner, bottom left corner, everything flipped. That you'll see the section that we're in, and currently it's intro. So I'll start with that. My name is Chris, one of the sword makers at Sterling Armory. And this is our podcast where we talk everything sword related, from film and video games to HEMA tournaments to movies, everything sword, in between, anywhere you can use swords, we try to talk about it. So pass it over to Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh Warbear, and I make swords, props, and I do art for a living. And leather work. Why not? Throw some more stuff on the fire. And you can find me at Josh Von Warbear on Facebook and Warbear_Armory on Instagram. And TikTok. I have a TikTok. It's just TikTok of me eating sushi with music. That's all there is. Sorry.
It's on your Instagram too, right?
Also becoming so. Yeah, I like sushi, man.
Just there. All right. Colton, want to go next?
Go with me? I'm Colton, Copperthorn Customs. I make swords, daggers, like we do here. You can find me Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all at Copperthorn Customs or at Sterling Armory.
Yeah. So we have a guest
Facebook.
today.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Step on it. So we have a guest today, which will probably, up to him, but it might be more regular. If you've been to our booth quite often, you probably see him there, and he's also made some pieces of his own, which has been pretty awesome, and looking forward to seeing what he's going to make in the future here. So Ryan, you want to give yourself a little intro?
Yep, so my name is Ryan, and like Chris said, you mostly see me at the Sterling Armory booth. You can find me on Facebook at Fox and Forge, and all the good stuff that I'm making.
And all that will be, all the links there will be listed below. And Ryan, actually, let me make sure. Do you have Instagram and Facebook for Fox and Forge?
Just Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be linked below. I'll make sure I get the link for that. Okay. Excuse me. So on to our next section here, if I can stop coughing. Drinks. I'm coughing because of what I just drank. Before we dive into our the meat of our Sword Talk podcast, we go over what we're drinking. So first, for me, I have my nice, I don't know if you can tell because it's all fogged up, my you can't tell. My Lagavulin cup that we got from Lagavulin, but with the mead that Shelby made. So this is our homebrew mead that hopefully, if you see us at the Ren Fair, you can get a taste. So Josh, what are you drinking?
I'm disappointing all of you because I am drinking water.
Out of a mead bottle, though.
Delicious mead bottled water. So there's a little residual of honey in there.
There we go. Colton, what about you?
I have a gas station Dr. Pepper. So I have also disappointed you.
Super exciting. Yeah.
Yep.
Bold move there, Cotton.
Yeah.
See if it pays off for him.
Yeah. Some of our best sword talks, by the way, has been when Colton's had a little too much.
Oh, those are so good. Those are dangerous.
I know. They're really funny. We gotta, if you go back and watch them, especially some of the early ones.
Why are we talking about those ones?
I don't want to like usher Colton to get drunk, but I think we should.
Yeah,
we can have
you can
a bit
really
more
tell.
one night. Just like, maybe do that the trivia sword game, but do shots as like a penalty. Every time he gets one wrong, he takes a shot.
That'd be a lot
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Oh man, so good.
All right, Ryan, you're up.
And I've got it's a mix of an apple and pear cider, and it's all homemade. So we grew the apples and the pears ourselves, and then put some champagne yeast, let it sit out for like a week, nice and dry. This is good stuff.
Yeah. Also,
That
that's
sounds
very
good.
similar to how we do our mead. So, yeah, sweet, awesome. That's our drinks. So, guys at home, when you're watching this, what are you drinking? Let us know. All right. So we're trying something new today. So, next topic is the news. So we have some. There's a lot of sword news. We're going to try to have this kind of an ongoing thing, along with some of our other sections you'll see a little later. But this topic is going to cover basically any news in the sword world. So if you've competed in a tournament and won, or have the standings for folks who are finalists, please let us know. Send us here. We want to announce that here. If you have any other sword related news, let us know, and we'll try to include it here. So first things up, I wanted definitely to include this. So Todd's Workshop's coming up. It's not quite sword related. I have to duck under the banner. Josh, you need to work on a smaller banner. Actually, I wonder. No, I don't even want to try. You'll mess it up. And then news is covering Ryan too, so I got to fix that.
Go up. Go up a little bit.
There we go. But still the news. We're still so Todd's Workshop sword adjacent. He is obviously a fantastic sword maker himself. But they are doing our arrows versus armor number 3, and that is currently up. I believe you can still contribute to it if you want to. But highly recommend. These videos have been fantastic, and we definitely look forward to seeing what they do with their episode 3 there. Have you guys have watched the first 2, or no?
Oh yeah,
they're pretty awesome. So Colton, have you seen those? I was say you're looking like, check them out on YouTube. Very fun videos to watch, and highly recommend. If you can help contribute to the third one, please do. All right, for our next bit of news, this one might be funny here. So if you're following Highlander, so Henry Cavill, the Calvarine, is our new Connor McLeod. However, he broke his ankle on set, so doing sword. I've heard conflicting reviews whether it's sword while it was doing sword choreography training, or if he was just in a Pilates class and slipped. Right, so I don't know which one it was. But
either
Highlander was supposed to come out next year, but production has been pushed. They said about 6 months. So if you're looking forward to Highlander, like I am, hopefully some of these guys are too, it will be delayed a little bit. All right. So that was some of the news. There's more news though. So we had a tournament last weekend that Ryan was hoping to go to. I'm glad you're feeling better, by the way.
Yeah, of course, got COVID like the day or 2 before, and just had to call it. I wasn't going to make it. So
yeah, I reached out to Dan, but it was a little too late. I was trying to get some photos of the guys who won the tournament, and just some photos from the event to post here, but it didn't have enough time. But I did want to announce the winner, so I went on. If you go to HEMA's scorecard, you can see all the tournaments that are existing now and coming in the future, and they also list all the standings. So congratulations to some folks I know who've been competing for quite a while and are now in the finalist spots. So for open cutting, Josh Warner took 4th, James Samples took 3rd, Kevin Croswell took 2nd, and our own Florida boy John Knock took 1st. So I was really happy to hear that. I was talking to John, so John will be on one of probably our next Sword Talk, and we'll probably go in depth about the tournament. So we'll probably talk more there. But congrats to him, and I know he's worked really hard, and it shows because he took 1st place. So congrats, John.
Yeah.
In advanced cutting, names I think we're all familiar with if you're in the cutting world. Miles took 4th. Sean Dickinson took 3rd. Nolan coming in for the 2nd, and RJ coming in clutch as always. Took 1st. So congrats to those guys. I hope to see. I haven't seen any. I've seen a little bit of videos of the open, but I haven't seen anything of the advanced cutting. So if you do have any videos to share or images, please send them our way. Alrighty. And then the last bit. Oh, did you guys? I know you couldn't make it, Ryan, but anything you guys wanted to talk about there for that tournament?
So Alien Dude released his own video a little while ago, our friend Kyle, his experience. So if people want to see some of the feats, and he does his own breakdown of his cutting, but if you want to see what the open feats look like, he did a pretty good job explaining what they were.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, that was really cool. They did do some very different feats this time. Yeah, so check that out. Alien Dude, our friend Kyle Smith. So he posted a video about it. Yeah, check that out. Okay, last bit of news, close to home now. So if you've been following our journey here in Florida, we've been through a lot. But we finally, I don't know if I talked about this already, but we finally got the patio going. So patio is mostly done. It's all cosmetic now. All the tan beams you see there will be dark brown. Oh, I just got feedback. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Good. I just got really loud feedback. Where it's green will be the off-white color, and we got the stone along the bottom. We're continuing, but it's finally done. You can see one of our sword racks from the Ren Fair is up there because we were filming something for a commercial. So that was pretty fun. But yay! So that's one step, but the bigger step is we finally broke ground on our shop. So this is our shop foundation. Yeah, I know. We broke ground. We're starting the foundation work. The plans were, we have just one issue with our permit that is really easy to fix, so we're getting that fixed this week in terms of the permitting, and then we are good to go. So yeah, it's a bit of work. You can see the house in the background there where the patio was. Different angle there. You can see the lake in the background. But yeah, that'll be our new shop. Basically a 3-bay garage with 2 offices, and yeah, well, probably 1 office, 1 showroom. But yeah, we're really excited about it. It's probably going to be months in the making though. So
sure,
hopefully not years, right? Hopefully it's just a month. But yeah, we're excited about that.
I am very excited to see that come to fruition.
I know. It's only been what, a year and a half already?
Yeah.
This was supposed to be done, months ago, or years ago. So yeah, excited to finally get that started. I'm actually looking at it right now. So yeah, so that's been exciting, and for everyone who's watching and everyone who's bought swords from us, especially me particularly, in the last year or so, all that funding is going straight to that. So if you do buy a Sterling Armory sword, just so you're aware, you're help supporting our new shop. So there are some blades available on the website now, and we're going to talk about some blades in the works later on in the video here. But yeah, anything purchased definitely helps with that build. So thank you guys very much. Alrighty. Next topic is, I lost track. Oh, so now we're finally diving into the topic of the day. And one of the main reasons Ryan's here. So we're going to jump into Combatcon 2025. Now, we already had one sword talk about it with just the 3 of us, but we wanted to bring on Ryan. He did awesome in cutting, so we wanted to talk about that experience and just the overall experience. Because I'm starting to, I think you went to 2 or 3 Combatcons, or is it just the one?
My second one. So yeah, I did last year and then this year.
Yeah. So sadly, Combatcon is no more, at least in terms of the Vegas event. There will be Combatcon seminars throughout the U.S. There's one coming up in Orlando, and I think one in is it Louisiana? I think coming up.
New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. Yeah. Yeah, but Ryan. So Ryan, you want to talk about cutting experience? I did terrible, so I talked about that last time. So, and also we'll have our Combatcon vlog coming out. I just haven't had time to get to it yet, but that'll probably be coming out in the next couple of weeks. So you'll be able to follow along from my perspective for Combatcon. But yeah, we wanted to have Ryan on to talk about his. So
yeah, I mean, it was a fantastically run event by Phil and Russell as always. So that was pretty great. The feats were pretty challenging. The competitors were really top notch this year. I mean, to be fair, they always are, but Dan really kind of pushed us all to the side. So going into finals, it was the four of us, but really it was three of us and Dan.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody heard last week or on the last one that Dan took it. He won gold clearly, and then I was able to cinch third, but I made some tactical errors. I will say in the finals.
I will say, I mean, nobody breaks the stand with class as much as you do.
I didn't hit the stand. But I didn't break it. I actually, so one of my trophies from Combatcon, I had to make the stand for it, but I hit the peg, and Phil switched out to these, I think it's like 3/4 inch oak dowels, and you can probably see I got through half of it. Probably cut through a little bit more than halfway through the thing, but it was enough torque to crack Phil's stand.
Yeah. Cracked the whole 4x4 all the way down. That's pretty crazy. Like, I was shocked that. So had that been like a poplar peg, it would have went right through it.
Right.
Right.
That was kind of going through my head at that point in time. And it's finals, right? Everything's going on, so it's just trying to get the cut. But it was the last cut, and the feat was you had two parallel mats that were offset, so one's higher than the other. And I think we're doing like 4 basic cuts through both of them as memory serves. And you could, after the 4, you had to do one unique cut. And I got through my 4. So 2 overhauls from the left and right and 2 rising cuts from the left and right. So I got through those 4 and I had to do like one something else. And I decided to do a middle how. But again, the tatami mats are one's higher than the other. I thought I had enough meat on it. The bottom rubber band kind of showed that usually it's where they put the peg at. I thought it was good, and it was not good. And it was probably about a full inch too low. Yeah. I figured, well, if I put enough power into it, I should at least get through it. If I misjudge it, but I didn't realize it was oak, and I did not get through it. And in reality, the smart move would have been to throw a shield hell, like a descending false edge with a nice angle to it, and I would have been much better off. So like I said, it was a tactical error, but at that point it was close enough that it didn't matter.
I was watching you, not directly but through my camera as I was filming, and then I hear the bang and I'm just like, what what just happened? And so I think I walked over to you like, what were you doing?
Why did you do that?
I wasn't sure what you were trying to do because I wasn't focused on it. So I was like, what just happened? All I heard, because I don't know if it was as loud because you were in the moment doing the cut, but from everyone in the audience, that was loud. It was
it was a full power swing into a 1-inch oak peg. So and the sword was totally fine. I had a little bit of like oak smear on the blade that just wiped off with some oil.
Yeah, I think we took a picture of that, right? Yeah.
I don't know if we could get, like, it was hard to get a good picture of it because it was just, it was nothing. Like, it was still sharp there. Like, it didn't dull it or anything. So the sword's fine.
Yay.
I mean, as one would
expect. Armory sword.
Yeah, and it's the one that you made for me, Chris. So it's, that's my competitive longsword, really.
Awesome.
So, like I said, tactical error. Oops, it's on me. I feel bad.
The audience loved it. So, yeah.
And it split his stand like vertically through the grain.
Yeah. Did we show that picture last time? I don't remember. We have images of the stand completely split.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So
definitely the record needle skip that stopped Vegas for like a solid 5 seconds. Everyone like train wrecked reacted like, oh.
Did you have a favorite feat this year, by the way?
It's funny. I was expecting to do cut to thrust again this year,
Yeah,
and he didn't pull that out. I think we were all expecting him to pull that out. They were all fun. It's hard to pick a favorite. The one that always kind of, I think, gets in a lot of our heads, and I think it's part of why Phil does it first, is the semaphores on a double mat.
yeah.
And in reality, it's not that much harder, but and it's so much fun.
Yeah, that was my favorite feat, and I did horrible on it. And I was like, oh, really? So, that's usually my favorite feat. I went back and watched what I was doing, and I was just not. I was really off jive, and you can tell I wasn't even stepping with my strikes like I normally do. So I think I was just tired, and we had just set up the booth, and I kind of wish. Well, I mean, now it's going to be different because this event won't happen anymore. But I'm kind of hoping, because they do the same thing at Valley of the Sun, where advanced cutting is first sometimes. And man, when you get there at 7 a.m, you really want to like chill before you start cutting.
Yeah.
And often you have to just go right into it. It's like, man, I'm not even awake yet. So I hope they
get your head in the game.
Yeah, I hope they do it later instead of doing it so early. But yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see how else do it.
Yeah, I got to keep asking. So Valley is a little different, or not Valley, sorry. Fright Fight is a little different. We usually start later, right? It's almost like midday.
I don't think the cutting tournament's in the morning, so I think you get some time to set up and relax a little bit. But I'm trying to remember last.
Yeah, I don't remember. They probably have the schedule up. We'll have to talk about that a little later. But yeah, so any other thoughts on Combatcon before we jump to some other
I just
topics?
have such a great time hanging out with you guys at the booth, and of course with Mike next door with Albion was just absolutely amazing, and with Zach and Sunny on the road after that. It's such a great time.
Yeah,
if people have not been to one of these sword events where all the vendors are out, you're really missing out. It's something else. It's fantastic.
True.
And even though Combatcon is no more, there are plenty of other events. And we'll talk about this in a little bit. There's some upcoming events, but throughout the year, what is there 3 or 4 tournaments still where a lot of vendors show up to? Is that correct?
SoCal Sword Fight, maybe
Sword
Valley of
Fight.
the Sun.
Yeah, SoCal, Valley, Fright Fight.
Well, Fright Fight semi, right?
Yeah. Hopefully Salt Lake Open. Hopefully.
That'd be
And then, who knows if Queen's Gambit can get cutting involved, which I think they will. That's probably going to be a big one too. So yeah, if you can make it to
You
one
already
of
said
these.
Salt Lake Open.
I did, yeah. Josh,
And then we'll see what they do with that.
Oh, there you go. Was that just me? Sorry.
No,
Rick.
not just you.
Okay, so Josh, you were frozen a little bit.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I was saying if you counted Salt Lake Open already, and then we're gonna see what they're gonna do with Cactus Cup. I didn't even know about Cactus Cup until it was too late. But I don't know if it's vendor centric at all. But it's always nice to see more sword conventions than left.
Yep.
Yeah, and when you go on Hemat's Scorecard, I mean, there's a lot on there, and so if you're in any of these tournaments and looking for vendors to come up, please let us know, and let the other vendors know too, because between us and Valiant and Albion, and who am I missing? I'm missing folks.
Arms and
Armor.
Yeah, Arms and Armor. I would say Gus isn't really going to be traveling anymore. But any of the sword vendors, reach out to us and let us know, and hopefully we can make it out. So yeah, it looks like there's a bunch more coming up this year. I mean, there's a lot on that list, so we'll talk about that in a bit. So, alrighty. Well, thanks guys who ran Combatcon, and I know we said it last time, but again, we're gonna miss it, and it was our biggest event, and
had a great time every year.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Alrighty. So that was our topic of the day. So we're gonna jump into some new sections. First one is kind of a new one, and let us know if you like this or not. But truth or myth. So this one came up because of a number of things. So as sword makers, we often, I guess, get a lot of questions or a lot of comments or remarks about things that just aren't necessarily true with swords, and we try to correct them as nicely as possible. We're not trying to be jerks about it, but we do want to make sure that the sword facts out there are correct. We actually did a whole sword talk on this. I think it was it's in one of our first 5 sword talks, I think, where we talked about.
I got 2 for you right off the bat. One, does the fuller, also known as the blood groove in a blade, create suction in a wound when you pull it out and then suck everyone's guts out? And then 2, second part, if there is not a fuller but holes in the blade, does that carry oxygen into the wound? It causes more profuse bleeding, thus a quicker death.
Yeah. That's one of the ones we talked about in that original sword talk we did about swordness.
I can't tell you how many Renaissance fairs I've been held hostage at in my own tent while people talk to other people about what swords do. And I'm just like, you're absolutely right. That's I can do nothing but confirm your suspicions on the magic of steel.
Yeah. So first one that came up this week, and if you guys have any of your own, speaking, for you guys, let me know. But these are ones that personally came to me in the last, I guess, about 2 weeks. First one was the question of when we do the grip texture on our grips, when we do the core texture over the leather, does that actually help aid in gripping the blade, or is it just aesthetic? And in my opinion, it significantly helps traction and grip on the blade personally. However, there's a lot of maybes and dependencies, right? So depends on what the core texture is, how deep it is, how much it cuts into the leather, how nicely the risers are set up, etc. There's a lot of variables there, but for the most part, it's not just done for looks. It's done to add texture to that leather. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but somebody else was saying, it's all aesthetic. It doesn't aid in grip at all. And I was like, wait, what? Of course it does. So yeah, anytime you texture leather, so leather itself can be pretty tactile, especially if you're wearing gloves. And that's another thing, right? Are you barehanded or are you with gloves? If you're wearing gloves, the texture probably doesn't help as much, right? You probably won't notice it as much, but that definitely barehanded, that texture definitely does aid in gripping of the blade. And so the myth, I guess, is 2 parts. One, it doesn't, modern core texturing on leather doesn't help with grip, and it's not historical. That was the other comment, was that's not historical. Historical swords didn't do that. They were all smooth leather, was the comment. And I was like, whoa. Nope. So I went back and Ron, you probably know some of this as well, but I went back and looked at all my museum picks. First of all, there's not many surviving medieval sword grips that exist, right? A lot of them are just gone. From the ones that are surviving, even going up into the 15th, 16th, 17th century, we'll cut it off at 16th. I've never seen a plain leather grip. They've all been textured in one way or another. And 99% of the time, it's a cord wrap texture. And what I've seen, if there is a plain grip, it's usually not leather. It's either wood and or some other material that's not leather. So that's what I've noticed. And I tried to find an example of a smooth leather handle, and the only ones I found were ones that were not original to the blade, but were added either in the Victorian era or added in the last 50 years. So yeah, I think in terms of historical blades, they decorated everything, right? And that includes texture.
Right.
And they put texture anywhere they could on those grips. So yeah, that was one. Any other comments on that? Or?
Well, and it's also a part of the process, at least in the way that I make grips, is I wrap it, and as I'm gluing it together and to hold it fast as it cures, I'm still wrapping it in twine. So not only does it give it that great texture, but it's still giving it a tighter bond with everything else. So it's got part of the legacy of its manufacturer built into it when you get those texture.
Yeah, it helps in so many ways, and there's not just one way to do it, right? So you can do cord over leather, but you can also do cord under leather, right? And that was very common historically as well. And then cord on top of that again to impress it into the underlying cord. That was very common. Josh does it like that quite often. So that was myth number one. The second myth has to deal with something that Colton is currently working on or has finished, and we'll show off here in a minute. But the myth was, so this is the comment, a hollow ground sword will shatter on impact because of how the design of a hollow ground blade. And I have no idea where this comes from. So I even commented like, hey, I don't know where you got that information from. But I mean, several people seem to have that same thought. And my only guess, well, first of all, it's a myth, not true. However, again, just like the prior one, there are some variables there. So my guess is that somebody somewhere on some review video must have had some crappy hollow ground blade and broke it in a video. That's my guess. Because where else would that come from? I don't know. But there are, the way we do our hollow ground blades, I mean, there's a lot that goes into blade strength, right? So, I mean, Colton, you can feel free to speak to this. But heat treat, the blade geometry of the hollow ground itself, we wouldn't make a blade that would just shatter on impact. First of all, we don't make blades that shatter in the first place. If they do shatter, your heat treat is way too hard, right? So yeah, and cut me off, Colton, by the way, if you want to talk about your blade there. But there are plenty of historical examples of hollow ground and deeply hollow ground blades that exist, and obviously they were used, and they didn't shatter. And there's also plenty on the market today, whether you have the Albion Regent, the Albion Earl, Kingmaker. They got a couple other ones there. There's a lot of variables there. So how thick the base is to start with, how deep you do your hollow grind, how thin you make the blade before the edge starts. There's a lot of variables there. And so if you make them correctly, then your blade is going to be just as good as a flat ground blade. That was the other comment, is hollow grounds are never as good as flat ground blades. I don't get where these comments come from, but we just wanted to clarify that. So I don't know if you guys had any comments there.
I think there's definitely some engineering structure kind of questions on shapes, but the hollow grind, as you said, doesn't make the blade more or less prone to shattering.
Yeah.
I think you're onto something with a guy probably had a pretty shitty hollow ground sword and it broke, and that is the proprietor of the myth, the basis of the structural flaw.
Yeah, and my guess is too is probably a Lord of the Rings knockoff blade, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, made out of 440 stainless steel.
Yeah, that's my guess. So yeah, it is a myth. So both of those that I had came at me today were myths, so they're not true. Again, there's lots of caveats there, but for the most part, a myth. So any other fun ones you guys have you want to talk about before we jump to our next thing?
I think the one that always seems to come up when makers are posting in process pictures, whether it's they're peening a sword or kind of in between, is that anytime a tang is significantly less wide than the blade, that it's immediately they consider a rat tail tang. And it can't be used where, if we look at a lot of, especially museum examples, and on the Sterling Armory Facebook page, there's plenty of them, as Chris, you've traveled around and posted those photos. It's very historically accurate to have taper in multiple directions on the tangs as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we do post. We got a number of images, so you can see tangs, bare blades, even pommels, guards. But most of the time they're in corroded examples. But we try to take as many as we can, and oftentimes too, when you go to our pages, you'll see pictures from behind the scenes in the museums. And actually, we're hoping to do, hopefully soon, a trip to back to Art Institute of Chicago to do a lot of behind the scenes. They have a ton of medieval blades. But those are the images that you can't see on a normal website. They don't have them anywhere else. So we try to take pictures of the ugly blades as well, because most people don't. But there's still real blades that were used, right? So we want to get as much out there as we can. Yeah, I think, I can't remember, it might have been the same video series where I was showing, assembling the hilt, and somebody called out our tang as a rat tail tang, and I was like, no, I think he thought so because it tapered down to a pin, and that pin is what you peen on the pommel. But even the tang going into the pommel is not that pin, right? That's only in the last quarter inch of the pommel. So yeah, I don't know. A rat tail tang, if you're not aware, is just when you have a rod that's usually quarter inch or less, and it's just welded right to the base of the blade where the shoulder is, or maybe half inch away, and that's your tang, right? That's what a rat tail tang is.
And if you bought any swords in the 90s off of the home shopping channel, that's pretty much what you got.
Yeah, exactly.
My biggest indicator of the rat tail tang was just threaded rod, any kind of completely threaded all the way down, just to secure it onto the pommel with just a little bit of tension.
Yeah, and that was mostly true. However, that did give a lot of rapier blades some bad names when they didn't deserve it, because a lot of rapiers have that tang style, and it's okay for that as long as it's perfect. But a lot of folks. This would have been what, mid-90s? Ryan, you probably went through it mid-90s-ish, where there was a whole debate on, should we have peened or threaded, tang, especially in the SCA, right?
Oh yeah, and it's not dead yet. We haven't figured that one out. I mean, threads could be strong just as well. I think it just comes down to understanding the structure and the engineering behind it.
I think the Hanway, I think Gus himself and the Hanway Tinker line really helped that argument a bit because they did it correctly.
Yeah,
right? There's a way to do it.
Oh correctly.
And those have been great. However, when the Tinker line almost messed that up, right? When they had that first batch that were breaking everywhere. So that was a heat treat issue, right? That wasn't a design issue. So all right,
Gus's swords, which are considered some of the strongest swords,
all threaded
modernly that you could get, right? And they're all threaded. So
yeah, absolutely. Alrighty. Well, it was Truth or Myth. Guys, let us know if you liked this section. We'll keep it in. I don't know if we'll have it every time. I guess it depends on what we hear.
If we get any, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a fun one, and especially from a maker's perspective. We hope we can give kind of a unique kind of insight there. Alrighty. Next section. I'm using the wrong mouse. I got two computers in front of me, and I'm using the wrong mouse. I'm staring at my mouse like, why is it not moving? All right, next one. So upcoming events. So we have a number of upcoming events. Let me make sure I get them in the right order here. So first one is Blade Show West. Colton, are you heading to that? We don't have a booth here. But
no booth, but I will be attending probably on, not positive yet, probably on Sunday. I think they're open Sunday. But
is Valiant going to be out there?
I believe so. They have been the last few years, so
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, Valiant should be there. And I think a couple of the other guys might just come in and hang out and whatnot and be around. But yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, these are the Blade shows. Whether it's Blade Show in Atlanta, which they should call it Blade Show East, but they don't. It's just Blade Show. And then Blade Show Texas and Blade Show West. If you can get to any of these, if you're a sword enthusiast or blade enthusiast, that's a word I can't say with these trays in. Enthusiast. Then definitely make it out to these events. They are a ton of fun. And there's all sorts of cool things you're going to see that you might, always surprises, right? Every show. So
I will not be there Sunday because it looks like they're not open Sunday. So 10th and 11th looks like a Friday and a Saturday. So I'll be there Saturday.
Is that how it was last time? I thought it was all weekend.
I thought it was 3 days. I thought it was over the weekend. So
yeah, I thought so too.
Alrighty. Well, so Blade Show West, the next one coming up. I believe this is the right order. Yeah.
The week after that. Yeah.
Oh, my thing's in the way. So I got to fix that banner. So Salt Lake Open. Sorry you can't see it there. Salt Lake Open is our next event the week after that. And we will, I believe we will, have a booth at that one.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Josh, are you heading up to that as well?
I am. I will be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Awesome. I wish I could make it, guys. I'm kind of sad this year. Mainly because of our shop stuff going on, or else I would be there.
Hey, no worries. We can handle it. We can handle the booth. We can handle the business. We can handle the strap tank after.
Yo.
Oh, yeah,
All the Long Island iced teas.
awesome. Ryan, have you made it out to Salt Lake Open before?
Not yet. I'd love to. I mean, I hear it's a great time not only for the fighting tournaments, but
Yeah,
not this year. So
I'm
maybe next one.
kind of hoping. So they're with Combatcon closing. I think these other events like Salt Lake Open, Queen's Gambit, right? I think all these close events. Cactus Cup. I forgot to mention that, by the way. When is Cactus Cup?
I think that's earlier in the year. So I
Is
think
it
we've
earlier?
already passed it this year, but
Oh, we already
next
passed it.
year, yeah.
So apologies, guys. I don't know the date on that one. But I think all the events that are close to Combatcon are just going to get bigger, right? Because Combatcon's not there. So this is one of them that we were kind of hoping they would actually take over Combatcon. So, but yeah, I know that's a big ask. So, but yeah, excited for this one. First time they can have Sharps at a booth, so we'll have our stuff there. And there's a lot of great folks up in that area, so you'll see a lot of other great vendors. And yeah, it'll be a good time. Then the week after that, you see we have a very busy October, by the way. Week after that,
Right.
Okay, so I just learned as long as I make the images wider, they'll be lower than the Sword Talk. So, all right, Fright Fight. This is just a screenshot. Go to their website, Fright Fight Info, or frightfight.info, I should say. So myself and Warbear will be there, and hopefully Ryan will be there as well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
I'll be there.
Excellent.
I still got to get my flights. I forgot to do that actually yesterday. This
Mhm.
is our very fun tournament. And one of the best things about this tournament is the venue that it's in. It's a really cool venue, especially being able to watch events from above, which is super awesome. I believe this is the only venue like that. If I can talk right, this is the only tournament like that where you can actually watch events from either a stadium seating area or just above it entirely, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
And then lots of random fun Halloween things. So, including
Lots of dueling, paintball pistol dueling.
Yep. And then
quite
guess
a
what
lot
costume Josh is going
quite
to
a
be
lot
wearing?
of cutting and combat and costumery, and one of my favorite parts is the feast. There is a food feast.
Oh,
yeah.
And then they have extra cutting too. So open cutting, advanced cutting, and then this year we have Bowie cutting, which is
Bowie knife.
Ryan, are you trying that? Are you doing
Well,
some-
I signed up for all the cutting, so advanced
I did too.
and Bowie knife. So we'll see how that goes. I was gonna buy one because Phil was posting about which version it was. I think it's the Natchez like Cold Steel.
Yeah,
Bowie
Steel.
knife. Yeah, I haven't picked one up though. I don't know. It seems like practicing is almost like cheating, right? So
Yeah,
we'll-
I mean, who practices, right?
Yeah.
Right,
At Sterling
yeah.
Armory, we almost never practice.
Yeah. In fact, I should have listed that as one of our upcoming events, but I don't have a date for it yet. So myself and John and some of the Florida crew, now that my patio is finally done, we're actually going to come out and roll some tatami and probably have like a cutting day coming up soon. And so if you're in Florida and you're one of the HEMA groups and you want to come in and join us, I know a bunch of you guys watch, so please come out and join us. Again, we don't know the date, but as soon as I get it, I'll post it. And then last event, so the week after Fright Fight, again, super busy schedule, is the beginning of Sarasota Medieval Fair. I don't know what happened to my image here.
Yeah, why does that guy not have a head?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the image. It was a cool jousting image, and now it's all like blurry. And yeah, so SarasotaMedievalFair.com, which is blocked out thanks to my sword talk, and sadly I can't take that off right now. But yeah, if you're interested in going to the Sarasota Medieval Fair, this runs every weekend through November. I believe in the first week in December, if I'm correct there. But it's 5 weekends, a really long fair for us. It's our biggest Ren fair at the moment. And we'll have our booth there. We didn't have it last year just due to shop and everything else going on and the storm that came through last year. So we will be returning. And we if you've seen our booth at a tournament, our booth at a Ren Fair is a little different because we have some sharp blades, but we also have a lot of stage blades or blades that are just blunt or sparring blades, which is not as common at our tournaments. So, a bit different offerings. So, but if you're in the area, please come out and check us out. We're hoping Warbear can come down for one, if not a couple weekends. Colton, I know you said you're probably not able to make it this year.
Yeah, probably not.
We'll be out there. We're trying to figure out how to bring one of the Highland cows out with us. So we have them. And there's if our booth is in the same general location, then we have that area where the animals are right there. So we have 2 Highland cows right now. So
I'm definitely bringing a saddle and riding that thing around the fair.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our upcoming events. And I guess before we go to the outro, actually, guys, do you guys have anything else, or am I missing anything?
We forgot to show off Colton's work and my work.
We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. That's next.
Is that the
Am I
outro?
missing any upcoming events? I feel like I am. Nope. Okay, I guess that's enough.
I think that's it. Yeah, I don't.
All right, in the works. So this is one of our second to last sections here. So who wants to go first? Colton, you ready?
Sure.
I'll go. I'll go
Right.
first because I don't
you
want
go
to follow Colton's work up.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
So I've been busy at the leatherworking station. I've been building some pretty rad cuffs.
Oh, sweet.
yeah.
All kinds of them. I got almost an entire Reese's peanut butter cuff bucket full of cuffs.
Seems pretty
full of
empty.
cuffs. I mean, almost half full.
I don't know
Working
about
on it. And then also did. Oh yeah, don't worry about what happened to the candy in there. I took care of that. Also, I might be diabetic.
that. Yeah.
Anyway,
Welcome to the club, man.
so I was talking to a friend of mine down in Florida when I went to visit recently, and she had just had a child, and she was talking about she's reading the baby a book that's called like How to Raise a Viking or whatever have you, and she had mentioned it like in Denmark or whatever, a child at 4 or 5 years old would receive a knife that wasn't a real knife by any means. It was just like a starter tool. So I really like that idea. So I made a matching set of saxes
Aw.
with the bear paw for the child and the mother.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So so I'm gonna do a little leather scabbard for him, and then the child ones, of course, is completely blunted. There is a very thick edge on that, and then a thick round over, and then all the hot spots are gone, so you can do whatever you want to it, and you're not going to cut yourself or hurt yourself. But up to her, the discretion-wise, when she gives it to the son, I figured one of the things would be like as he like becomes a man or whatever, he would go on to then sharpen the knife and turn it into from a tool to a weapon. And then whatever have you. I just fell in love with that idea. I'm a romantic when it comes to story time and stuff like that. So the minute I got back from Florida, I immediately grabbed a couple hunks of copper and steel and got to work grinding some of these suckers out.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's
I love
awesome.
that story too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super happy about
definitely.
it.
You got to keep that going.
Yo.
I know.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Alrighty. All right, who's up next? Colton, you want to go
Well,
next?
Alrighty.
It's hard. I can't. It's gonna be hard to follow you. Whoever goes next, I'll probably follow you.
So I've got this guy with me.
Awesome.
Look at that.
Oh,
Hollow ground, gonna shatter.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. There's this guy. This is
Absolutely
kind of a
beautiful.
bunch of new stuff for me going on. Hand carved bronze here. I don't do a lot of hollow grinds, but kind of getting into it. They're very interesting to me right now. So we'll keep doing some more of those. But that's what I've been working on. What?
Yeah.
That looks sweet.
Is that what grip material is that?
Walnut.
That's walnut. Yeah, it's so beautiful. I love it when it's oiled and it just pops like that.
Yo.
So that's the same kind of walnut we use on our Roman blades, right? It just pops so
Indeed.
beautiful.
Yep.
How's the gripability of that? Because since it's just naked wood with no texture, it looks a little on the slip side.
It's nice
Not
and
at all?
grippy. No, I don't think so.
Awesome. Beautiful.
Yeah, we didn't do a high polish on it. We left it in the like 320 range and then a Danish oil, so it's pretty. You've got some grip to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's the overall weight on it?
2 pounds 2 ounces.
2.2. Wow.
2.2.
Yeah,
It's a 31-inch blade and a 41-ish overall, like 40 3/4 overall, I think. And then we're balanced right at about 3 3/4. So.
Are you going to do a naked wood scabbard?
I've been thinking about it, but I don't know yet. We shall.
You should do.
Elrod would be.
Yeah, probably do some matching bronze around the throat and the shape on it, and
That'll look awful.
we'll see if I make it that far. But that's what I've been working on.
Did you send? Where do I go back to the 4? Uh-oh. Where do I go back to the 4?
I don't know.
I think I'm going to lose to you guys in the second here on accident. So if I lose you, I'll bring you back.
Okay.
Nope, it worked.
Ha!
Yay.
We're all just. Oh wait, what?
Chris has to be in the top left.
Yeah, so because I'm under my sword talk, so ducking down. So oh shoot, I forgot what I was going to ask you. Oh, did you send Shelby images of that? Because we can put it on the website.
I have not yet. Nope.
So the first, will that be at Salt Lake Open?
For sure. Yeah. Whether or not it has a scabbard, then I don't know. But
okay. Yeah, because we weren't sure. We were going to put first scene at either Salt Lake Open or Fright Fight. We weren't sure which one.
Yeah.
So will it make it down to Fright Fight?
Whatever one it shows up to.
Yeah, it'll be wherever it goes. I don't know.
Be the last. Yeah. Well, it's also going to be the last one it goes to because somebody's going to buy it, and then
100%.
Like that. What was it? There's that ringed longsword you brought to Combatcon that barely settled on its stand before somebody picked up and bought the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
that
with
thing.
the first Witcher blade that we brought to Combatcon.
Oh, that thing was.
Yeah,
Elvish blades in general, I don't think I've ever done an Elvish blade that lasted an entire convention.
Yeah, I think we need to do
pretty quick.
Probably do a whole Elvish run, right?
That'd be hot.
Yeah.
All right. I do have one thing. I actually have a bunch in the works. Let's see if I can get back to where we were. There we go. So I think I talked about this a little bit last time, but I'll bring it up again. So I have a Type 17 that's currently in the works. I don't do Type 17s often at all. But there was one that I always kind of wanted to tackle in Oakshot's book, and I don't know where I put it. But he has these kind of very pointy, spiky guard, and I always thought that was cool. I never tried it. Mm-hmm. So this is kind of based on that one. The pommel's not finished yet. You can see it's still in the rough grind. Let's see. But yeah, still in the rough grind phase. I actually have to take some weight out of that and shape it a bit more. So that's why this isn't together yet. And that's not a rat tail.
Nope.
I decided on the red grip. The original grip was the original grip, I believe, that's shown on the blade now is a replacement. So I didn't want to do that one. So I just decided on red leather. But yeah, this will be done hopefully before Fright Fight. And I have 4 Fright Fight. So this, and I guess this is a question for you guys. I always struggle with like Type 15s and Type 17s, blades that are not, geometries that are not designed for cutting well, bringing those to a cutting tournament, because hopefully somebody will buy them, but it's not the target audience, if you know what I mean. But however, I think people at those tournaments want all types of blades anyway. But I know this isn't going to sell as well as a dedicated cutter, right? So,
sure.
But I still want to provide a variety of the Oakshot topology no matter where I'm at. But so yeah, I always struggle to, if you don't see many Type 15s or Type 17s from us, that's why, right? Most people want cutting blades. So I have 4 other Type 18s, possibly a Type 16, possibly a Type 20 in the works. So for Fright Fight. So those will be done for them. So Oh, wrong mouse again. Ryan, don't want to put you on the spot because I didn't ask you about this ahead of time, but just you. Did you want to show anything?
I did. Well, it was the
Oh, you
one. So I'll go and grab it. But it's
Yeah.
the sword I didn't bring to Combatcon because it wasn't ready.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think all
Yeah,
of us were struggling to get blades together. So I'll go grab
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, go grab it. So for those watching, I'm just curious on your guys' thoughts on other types of swords that are not cut centric at tournaments. Let us know if you want us to bring them or no. They're huge at Ren fairs. So, all right, let me pop up Ryan.
Enhance.
There we go.
Yeah, so I had one of these. I had I think it was the sparring version at Combatcon, but I have a sharp counterpart to it. So it's kind of a matching pair.
Nice.
Bronze octagonal guards, right? So the octagonal cross section with a kind of a steel wheel pommel. Yeah, just kind of a nice. And these are using the Hanwei Tinker longsword blade, so it's kind of a nice little match pair.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, these are a lot of fun to make, and
yeah,
and both of these will be at Fright Fight.
awesome.
Cool.
Yay!
Nice.
So we'll see those there. Alrighty. So I think that's. Let me pop. There we go. Sorry, that's why I'm just down lower. So I think that is all for our sword talk today. Do you guys want to cover anything else before we jump to the outro?
Oh,
All right.
I have news. I have news.
Oh,
Look at that. I
we're
just
gonna
thought
get
about
to
this.
the news,
Hey,
Good
I
news.
have officially bought a TIG welder. The more complex hilts are coming.
Oh, really?
oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very
there you go.
cool.
Woo!
So we got to ask, what TIG welder did you buy?
I got a Weld Pro 200. Should be pretty sweet. Nothing crazy, but definitely good for what I'm going to be using it for.
Yeah, and
Excellent.
I know we did a whole sword talk on this, when we highlighted your work, but Colton's background is welding. I mean, he's a state champion? I think it was, or
Yeah.
so he's a fantastic welder.
He said casually and humbly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know, that was a while ago.
Yeah, but we're super excited. So I have made a number of rapier baskets. I mean, Josh is one of our funniest stories, I think, is when I was working on the Three Musketeer ones, and he watched me throw that cage across the room so many times in anger. But main the reason is I've only welded on my own personal shop. I only have the MIG set up, and the TIG setup is so much better. I've welded on a TIG, but only back in college, in our college shop. And that TIG was from the 1950s and was amazing. So yeah, I'm excited to see what you're able to do with TIG, and
Yeah, I've got some fun ideas coming. We'll
that
see
really
when they
opens
happen,
up
though.
a whole lot of opportunity and possibilities. So that's really exciting. Awesome.
Nice.
All right. Well, on that awesome note, I guess let's end it there. Let's go ahead and do our outros. So if you like this new format, by the way, if you like the various sections, let us know. I think it ran pretty smooth, even though I'm still learning everything. We're probably going to play with different types of sections. So today we had truth or myth. We might have some other random section. Who knows? Just depends on what works and what doesn't. What are you doing? Oh, are you poking Colton? Okay, I thought you're holding your finger up. Tell me something. Yeah, hopefully you liked the new format. Please comment and let us know what you thought. These guys. Alrighty, so quick outro. Again, my name's Chris. Find us at Sterling Armory on Facebook, Instagram, our webpage now. Yay! Our webpage is still up. And again, we're still building our shop. So if you are able to purchase any, we have I think 4 available on my page, 2 for Colton, I think. And Josh, we need to get some blades up there for you. Yeah, any of those purchases will definitely help towards our new shop. So please let us know if you're interested in any of those. And keep in mind, everything we make is one of a kind. So if you do like it, grab it, because odds of us making that again are 0 because it'll be slightly different. Right? So,
Right.
alrighty, over to Colton.
Yeah, Colton, Copperthorn Customs again. Wait, what?
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 Keep going. Keep going.
Okay. You can find me Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all at Copperthorn Customs, or at Sterling Armory. Website, Facebook, all the things.
Yes. All right.
I'm Josh Warbear. You can find me. You can find me on Instagram at Warbear_Armory, or TikTok Warbear_Armory, or Facebook Joshua Von Warbear.
Yeah. Ryan, you want to give an outro as well?
And I'm Ryan. You can find me on Facebook at Fox and Forge, or hanging out at the Sterling Armory booth.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and all those links are down below. And yeah, please come if you're at our events that we're at. Please come say hi, and we're excited to say hi to you. Oh, what are you showing?
We need to
talk
shout
about
out
Facebook
Shelby
page.
here. This Facebook page, we're past 10,000 folks.
Oh yeah.
What?
So
Yeah,
shout
look
out
at
to
that.
Shelby.
That's recent.
He's been super amazing. So
You
all
have
those.
a Facebook?
Yeah, that's awesome.
We have a lot of videos going, a lot of short clips being sent out as well, and that's all Shelby's doing, all that work. And yeah, we just passed. I totally forgot. 10,000.
That's big. That's big, man.
That's pretty big. So at least for us, we're a pretty small channel and a pretty small page. So thanks, guys, for everything. And yeah, we're excited to see you at the next event. And alrighty, I think if that's it.
Stay sharp.
Yep, alrighty. Yes. Stay sharp. Everybody here, hang on. I'll catch you right after the recording here. All right. Bye, guys.
Later, guys.
Take care.